Okay, interview with Bernard Morley. Well, Bernard, another tough afternoon for us.
Yeah, it continues, doesn't it? The same mistakes in competitions, not being able to mark a man in sets. Awful display first half. Find ourselves 3-1 down. Belief still there, get back in the game. Come out after half time, another set. Probably the biggest we've been since we've been at Chester. Probably the biggest in terms of size we've been since we've been at Chester yet. We're conceding more goals of sets than we ever have done. And I always say ultimately it comes down to I've just been in there, I'm positive, I believe it'll work. This is, in my opinion, this is our best squad since we've been at Chester. 4 seasons. I believe that this is our worst start in 4 years since we've been at Chester. The balance isn't right. Things aren't going our way. I still won't question lads' desire. Not a chance. Not what I've watched. The way we just finished the game, the amount of opportunities we've just created, the amount of chance we've missed, which we can't do that for them. They have to do that themselves. Lads are starting to take it out. Have to. It's just not happening for a minute, Shane, and ultimately I ain't going to throw the towel in. I've got thick skin. Call me what you want. Question what we do. I'll keep working hard till we get it right.
So the players have to take responsibility then for the way they defended this afternoon, rather than you can tell them all you like, can't they? But they've got to go out on the pitch and do it.
You know, when supporters have an opinion, media guys have an opinion, we all can see what's going on. It has nothing to do with the training ground, it's nothing to do with the togetherness in the changing room. Lads just aren't doing what they get paid to do, simple as. And it's a problem because it's not just 1 or 2, it's 5 and 6s. And ultimately when we go up the other end, we ain't doing what we get paid to do. We're not putting the ball in the back of the net. Are we a side that aren't creating chances? Not at all. I'll watch it back and I'll think, how have we only scored 1 goal today with 10 men? How have we only scored 1 goal? Of course it's a problem. I don't need anyone to tell me that. But I'll stick by it. I will not question what's desire yet. I'll question the confidence. Are we low on confidence? Probably. How do we get that back? Our running games, results, the obvious stuff, all these cliches, oh, they're not playing for the manager. What is it something in the dressing room? Not at all. We've just not been good enough, simple as.
Absolutely, and in that first half it was an Achilles heel, if you like, wasn't it? Like you say, defending crosses into the area.
13 years I've been managing Shane, and every time the ball goes in the box I expect to concede. And there's nothing I won't stand in and tell you that I won't tell the lads to their face. Is it an individual thing? No, it's a team thing at the minute, and we can't possibly work any harder on a training ground than what we're doing. The work ethic, the buying into what we're doing, it's there. It's just that come a match day, for 20 minutes of every single game, we start not like an Anthony Johnson and Bernard Morley team. We start with anxiety, low on confidence. It certainly doesn't stem from me, certainly. We can't take the reins and let the reins off these lads any more than what we do. And like I say, the only way of building that confidence is by winning games of football. And at the minute, they'll be thinking, where does the next win come from?
Did that surprise you, bearing in mind obviously the nature of how we won last week, and you'd have thought we'd come into this game a bit more confident, and when you give yourselves the start that we have, you don't often get points, do you?
No, and that's the pattern. It seems to be, I say, week in, week out, and I've just said it to him there. We finish a game of football so strong, Shane, and we have done in all 6 games, albeit we've been poor. We've had some bad results, some bad performances collectively, but at the end of the game, we finished the game so strong, and that tells me that lads will keep going and keep going. Ultimately, if it's not good enough, then it's not good enough. We can put a team of 11 players that might run around kicking and working hard. That's not the answer. What I'm saying is, with the ability we have in this squad, fitness levels, we can't question, as we see. It's got to be quality at the minute, and I know we've assembled a squad that I believe and will from and face to face with any person and say this squad's good enough to get in the playoffs without a doubt. People won't believe me, and they shouldn't believe me because of the displays that they're seeing at the minute.
Absolutely, and obviously the displays can't continue to be like this, can they? Going on weeks and weeks and weeks. Even though we got a result last week, it wasn't an amazing display still, was it?
Football, Shane, it's a great game. And like I say, we've been managing 13 years, and we're at a very big football club, playing against a very big football club today. But your supporters say you're getting sacked in the morning. That's a theme that's happened for the last 6 games. We're not winning 4-0, and fans are saying we're losing 4-1 at Chorley. We was at home to Curzon, we was away to Kidderminster, and the opposition fans are saying the same stuff. That's where we're at. That tells you that we're not playing well and we're not getting results.
Absolutely. So we've got to kind of move on again, haven't we? And next up, Darlington, the Cup.
I just said it. Players will be thinking, where's their next win? I know where our next win will be. I believe that. Whether people want to jump on board and believe that with me, whether the whole manager still believes the way I believe, but we've assembled a squad, like I've just said, that I believe is still good enough. Yes, we're swapping and changing at the minute in terms of teams. We're trying to get it right. That's what we get paid to do, to try and affect it. The substitutions, being brave after 30 minutes, having to change the game. It's always hard when you start a play, you take them off for 30 minutes. That's tough. That's tough on the player. That's just the way the game panned out, and we believe it worked. And then you get back in the game. The important thing was staying in the game second half as long as we could. But when you don't give yourself a platform to build on, then what chance have you got?
Absolutely. Okay, cheers, Ben.